Have you ever wondered how these actors fit into their movie roles? What do they have to do, and what diet must they be on just to fit their roles? Here's Luke Evans discussing how he was fit to play a Special Forces soldier in Echo 3. Also find out how Luke Evans responds to rumors saying he might get to play James Bond. Watch this video for complete details. First up, top Luke Evans performances. Welsh actor and singer Luke Evans began his career as a stage performer, making appearances in several of London's West End musicals, such as Miss Saigon, Rent, and Piaf, before making his film debut in the 2010 adaptation of Clash of the Titans. After making his on-screen debut, Evans was cast in thrillers and action films, including Immortals, The Raven, and the updated The Three Musketeers. Evans portrayed the antagonist Owen Shaw in the 2013 blockbuster Fast and Furious 6, Bard the Bowman in Peter Jackson's The Hobbit trilogy adaptation, and Dracula in the original narrative of Dracula Untold, released in 2014. Evans' most well-known portrayal is as Gaston in Disney's live-action movie of Beauty and the Beast. The Pembrokeshire Murders, a three-part miniseries, Nine Perfect Strangers, a drama miniseries on Hulu, psychologist William Moulton Marston in the historical drama Professor Marston and the Wonder Woman, and The Coachman in Disney's live-action Pinocchio are among Evans' most recent appearances. He released his debut music album, At Last, in November 2019. Evans will come back to the big screen in 2022 to play the infamous Ebenezer Scrooge in Netflix's upcoming Scrooge: A Christmas Carol, a reworking of Charles Dickens' story A Christmas Carol. Up next on top, Luke Evans' performance is Professor Marston and the Wonder Woman. The biographical drama film Professor Marston and the Wonder Woman is about American psychologist William Moulton Marston, who created the fictional DC Comics character Wonder Woman. In the movie Angela Robinson also wrote and directed, Evans played Marston. Elizabeth, his lawfully wed wife, is portrayed by Rebecca Hall, and Olive Byrne, the Marston's polyamorous life partner, is portrayed by Bella Heathcote. According to the consensus on Rotten Tomatoes, which compiles user reviews, Professor Marston and the Wonder Woman twists a lasso of cinematic truth around a fascinating fact-based tale with great performances from its 3 stars. The film has an 86% approval rating on the site. Evans does a fantastic job as the psychologist because he brings out the tragic feelings in a character who might not have them in a different movie. Next is Nine Perfect Strangers. Evans plays Lars Lee in the Hulu drama Nine Perfect Strangers, based on Leanne Moriarty's book of the same name. The actors who appeared in the show included Melissa McCarthy, Nicole Kidman, Michael Shannon, Asher Keddy, Samara Weaving, and Bobby Cannavale. The plot centers on 9 urban strangers who join forces for a 10-day vacation at Tranquillum House, a health and wellness establishment in the made-up Californian town of Cabrillo that claims to transform and heal its guests. The show also expertly blends mystery and suspense. As they realize that the resort is not what it first seems, the visitors quickly discover several secrets about one another and the resort's host. According to Deadline, as of August 2021, the limited series premiere was the most watched Hulu original. Next is Fast and Furious 6. The 2013 release of the action film Fast and Furious 6 was written and directed by Justin Lin. It is the 6th movie in the Fast and Furious series, after The Fast and the Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious, and Fast 5. As Dominic Toretto and Brian O'Connor from previous films, Paul Walker and Vin Diesel respectively reprise their roles. Evans plays the role of Owen Shaw. His persona was a former British SAS major and soldier in special operations. A conflict starts when his unit ambushes a Russian military convoy. His portrayal of a person who has gone through adversity and is confused about how to handle their emotions by Evans is superb. Evans provided the voice for Shaw in the 2015 Fast and Furious Supercharged ride at Universal Studios Hollywood and the 2013 video game Fast and Furious Showdown. Next is The Hobbit trilogy. The director of The Hobbit trilogy of high fantasy and action films is Peter Jackson. The 3 films are adaptations of J.R.R. Tolkien's 1937 novel of the same name, which has the working titles An Unexpected Journey, The Battle of the Five Armies, and The Desolation of Smaug. The film centers on the Hobbit Bilbo Baggins, played by Martin Freeman, who is convinced to join 13 dwarves under the leadership of Thorin Oakenshield by the wizard Gandalf the Grey, played by Ian McKellen, in order to retake the Lonely Mountain from the dragon. Smaug, voiced by Benedict Cumberbatch. The movies are set 60 years before The Lord of the Rings and in the fictitious Middle-earth. Evans plays Bard the Bowman, a character who has just a few interactions throughout the novels. However, the films further develop the character, allowing Evans to display his extraordinary acting skills. Regarding his character, Evans said in response to a query military, he had 3 children, and he's forced into becoming a leader. But he doesn't want to be a leader. He believed he was content to merely take care of his family and simply didn't want a conflict. According to the website The One Ring, his feelings are quite human, and that will make him quite appealing to an audience. Finally, on the top, Luke Evans' performance is Beauty and the Beast. Evans had the pleasure of playing the evil Gaston in Disney's live-action movie of Beauty and the Beast, directed by Bill Condon and starred Dan Stevens and Emma Watson as the Beast and Belle, respectively. Because the film was a musical, Evans could add his wonderful voice to the soundtrack and sing classic and brand new Disney songs. At the 2017 Teen Choice Awards, Evans' magnificent performance in the film earned him the title of Choice Movie Gillian. Evans and Josh Gad, who played Gaston's sidekick LeFou in the film, was expected to reprise their respective parts in a limited edition prequel version of Beauty and the Beast on Disney+. Gad also served as the show's executive producer, co-writer, and co-creator. The project was reportedly postponed for an unspecified duration due to creative and scheduling challenges in early 2022. However, Evans himself is sure the series will go forward, so there is still hope. Up next, actor Luke Evans reacts to the possibility of featuring as James Bond rumors. A-list Hollywood actor Luke Evans can play James Bond in place of Daniel Craig. On BBC One's Saturday Kitchen, he was considered for the James Bond role. Evans responds coyly to the rumors involving him. The actor was born in Pontypool, the United Kingdom, where he grew up. Evans' birthplace is a few miles from the Wales-Gloucestershire border. On December 10, 2022, Luke Evans made an appearance as chief guest on the weekly BBC One show Saturday Kitchen. Additionally, the exchange was quite enriching. Dave Myers and Cy King of the Harry Bikers spoke with Luke Evans. The interaction conclusion was interactive, and the show was full of humor. BBC One's Saturday Kitchen host asked Luke about his plans for the upcoming year. The 43-year-old English celebrity provided information regarding his next assignments. As soon as Evans finished speaking, Matt leaped forward and asked the primary guest who the next James was, as he is among the few names set to replace Daniel Craig, who left after the movie No Time to Die. When asked about the rumors surrounding the storied character in regards to the new James Bond, Luke Evans said nobody knew, but it would be lovely playing the role. Although the official announcement of the new James Bond is still pending, the statement sparked a wave of enthusiasm among Saturday Kitchen viewers. This conversation heated up the appetizers and sparked rumors on social media. Up next, find out how Luke Evans was able to play a Special Forces soldier in Echo 3. The actor, who is 43 years old, gave his training routine, which included working with Navy SEALs and Delta Force members before he played one. While the majority of actors treasure the brief breaks in filming when they can finally unwind and indulge after committing to whatever Hollywood diet and exercise program they chose to get in shape for their role, there are a select few celebrities who make maintaining a perpetually ripped physique part of their way of life. People like The Rock, Chris Hemsworth, and Jonathan Majors. Luke Evans, though, is an actor who prioritizes fitness for both his physical and emotional well-being. Evans has become a thirst trap king on Instagram due to his regular topless poses where he flaunts his beautiful abs, which have the kind of indentation you'd expect from a corrugated iron roof. Evans is simply a man proud of his hard work and discipline, as he should be. He is not a man with an ego. Despite his reputation for being so fit, Evans found his latest role to be exceptionally difficult. You'd think the 43-year-old actor would want to slow things down and embrace routines that are a little less sweat-inducing and more breathing-focused. Instead, Evans began one of his toughest training regimens as he tried to prepare for his part as a Delta Force soldier in the upcoming Echo 3. In an interview with Men's Health, Evans disclosed that he didn't stop when it came to his training, working with Navy SEALs and members of the Delta Force to better understand the demanding conditions they must deal with on the job. Evans said he thought he knew a lot of things, but he didn't. Evans maintained his Special Forces physique for nearly a year due to the show's 10-episode duration, making the exercise a regular part of his daily routine. However, as he acknowledges, maintaining that fitness level is more challenging yearly as he is over 40. Evans said he prioritized being fit and trained everywhere he could while traveling, juggling hectic schedules and 24-hour filming. He stated that he had just joined a gym. Gyms in the desert, gyms in the jungle, gyms that he made up in a forest, and gyms in his home. He continued the routine to maintain his physical stamina. Evans discussed a few of the go-to workouts that he used to get in top fighting shape and could do anywhere, anytime. They include 3 sets of 10 reps for face pull and press, 20 to 30 feet forward and back of crocodile crawl, 3 sets of 15 reps for suspension trainer push-up with knee drive, and 3 sets of 12 reps for resistance band biceps curls. It will come as a surprise to many as to what these actors have to do to be fit for a specific role in a movie? Take a look at Luke Evans. Let us know your thoughts on this in the comments section. Do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. We'll see you in our next video.